The 2026 Bobber lineup just dropped, and it's the wildest year we've seen in a decade. Manufacturers finally stopped playing it safe and built machines that look incredible and ride even better. We've got 12 bikes here, from affordable stunners under $6,000 to premium beasts pushing $20,000. And the number one spot? You won't see it coming. Let's count down from 12 to the ultimate bobber of 2026. Number 12, Triumph Bonneville Bobber. British heritage meets American bobber spirit in this stunning machine. Triumph didn't just build a pretty bike, but engineered a complete riding experience. That signature floating rear seat, wide handlebars, and premium metal finishes create the stripped-down aesthetic bobber fans crave, while the low seat height lets most riders plant both feet confidently at every stoplight. The 900 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled parallel twin gained smoother throttle mapping for 2026, transforming how this bike behaves in tight urban environments. Where older bobbers felt rough and challenging at parking lot speeds, the Bonneville flows effortlessly with 54 horsepower, arriving smoothly across the rev range. Torque arrives low, giving that satisfying push from stoplights without wringing the engine's neck. Heat management improves significantly, so your legs don't roast during summer rides through congested streets. Triumph upgraded the LED lighting system for better visibility, refreshed the instrument cluster for clearer information, and modified the seat foam to fight long ride fatigue. The rear suspension received firmer tuning based on rider feedback about handling rough pavement. At $14,000, this sits higher than entry-level bobbers, but you're paying for premium Triumph build quality and a dealer network that actually supports you. Fuel economy stays reasonable, and service intervals won't empty your wallet. Number 11, BMW R12. German engineering brings precision to the bobber world. The BMW R12 enters 2026 with a clean bobber stance and low profile that fits riders who want simplicity mixed with solid build quality. The frame lines flow smoother this year, the tank has a tighter curve, and the seating setup keeps you low and steady without feeling cramped on long rides. The 1,200 cubic centimeter flat twin engine that BMW is famous for gains smoother power delivery at low speeds, with 95 horsepower and 85 foot-pounds of torque arriving predictably. Torque comes early in the rev range, which helps with relaxed rides and calm throttle use around town, where many bobbers feel aggressive and tiring. The vibration control is better, and heat spread is more balanced, so long rides don't wear you out like they did on previous generations. BMW updated the LED setup for superior visibility, installed a clearer round dash that's easier to read while riding, and added a firmer rear shock that holds the bike better on rough pavement that would upset lesser machines. The seat gets new foam that cuts back on tailbone pressure during all-day rides. BMW also improved the clutch feel, so gear work feels lighter and less fatiguing. Starting at $15,500, this sits between light bobbers and bigger premium models, delivering steady comfort, smooth pull, and clean style. Number 10, Harley-Davidson Street Bob. When you think of an American bobber, this is the bike that comes to mind. The Harley-Davidson Street Bob roars into 2026 with that bold, stripped-down presence that's been turning heads for generations. Those tall handlebars, the low-slung seat, and that signature dark finish remain, but Harley cleaned up the details in ways that matter. Wiring is tucked tighter, the headlight shroud looks neater, and panel gaps are more consistent. The Milwaukee 8 107 cubic inch engine continues delivering that distinctive Harley rumble with 86 horsepower and 111 foot-pounds of torque, but the 2026 tune brings smoother low-end control that makes city riding less of a workout. Power delivery in first and second gear feels more progressive, helping newer Harley riders build confidence without getting intimidated by sudden surges. Harley upgraded the LED lighting for better nighttime visibility, firmed up the rear shock for improved handling, and redesigned the digital dash for clearer speed and gear information. That tank badge received fresh finishing, and the clutch pull is noticeably lighter, something your left hand appreciates during long traffic jams. Seat padding improvements mean your lower back won't be screaming after hours in the saddle. Priced at $15,499, This slots exactly where experienced riders expect a full-size Harley bobber to land. Number 9. Honda Rebel 300. Starting our countdown with a bike that punches way above its price tag, the Honda Rebel 300 proves you don't need a massive budget to join the bobber lifestyle. Honda completely refreshed the styling for 2026 with tighter bodywork, a shorter rear fender, and sleek new LED lighting that makes this little machine look twice its price. That low seat height and relaxed riding position welcome newer riders while satisfying experienced eyes with genuine bobber aesthetics. The 286 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine delivers 27 horsepower, which sounds modest until you realize Honda optimized every bit for real-world riding. They smoothed the low-end torque specifically for city traffic, making those endless stop-and-go commutes actually enjoyable instead of exhausting. The refined throttle response means no jerky surprises when you're learning clutch control. Honda addressed rider complaints with improved seat foam that kills pressure points, better handlebar damping that reduces vibration fatigue, and sharper ABS calibration for confident braking. The engine sips fuel while delivering reliable Honda performance that won't leave you stranded. At just $4,999, this is hands down the most accessible genuine bobber you can buy, perfect for students, first-time riders, or anyone wanting low-cost ownership without sacrificing style. Number 8. Indian Scout Bobber. American muscle meets nimble handling in this impressive package. The Indian Scout Bobber rolls into 2026 with a low stance, thick front tire, and stripped look that fits riders who want a strong bobber without extra bulk or unnecessary weight. The seating stays low, the bars sit close enough for a relaxed reach, and the tank keeps its tight shape that's made this model instantly recognizable on any street. The bike feels planted in slow traffic, and the weight balance makes short city hops simple without losing that tough street stance riders demand. The 1,133 cubic centimeter V-twin engine produces 100 horsepower and 72 foot-pounds of torque with a softer low RPM tune for 2026 that helps with steady pull at slow speeds around town. The torque comes early, giving smooth drive when leaving stoplights or rolling through tight turns where precision matters. Heat control is slightly better this year, and the cooling system spreads warmth more evenly, so long rides feel calmer than before. Fresh changes include clearer LED lights that cut through darkness better, a sharper digital dash that's readable in direct sunlight, and minor tweaks to the rear suspension that give better control on uneven pavement. Indian also reworked the seat foam to cut pressure on long rides. Starting at $13,049, this offers strong pull, clean looks, and steady comfort with broad dealer support. Number 7. Honda Rebel 1100. Honda's big bobber brings serious power without losing that approachable character. The Rebel 1100 enters 2026 with a sharper body, low stance, and clean bobber shape that fits riders who want power without sacrificing comfort or ease of use. The seating is low and calm, bars sit at a natural reach, and the tank keeps its tight curve that's become signature Rebel DNA. The 1,084 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine churns out 87 horsepower and 72 foot-pounds of torque, and Honda tuned it for smoother pull at low speeds that makes city riding easier because the bike doesn't jerk when easing off the line at intersections. New changes for 2026 include a firmer rear shock that improves handling, clearer digits on the dash that are easier to read quickly, and fresh seat foam mix that cuts pressure on longer rides that would normally leave you sore. The clutch feel is cleaner, and throttle response at small openings is softer, so tight turns feel easier and more controlled even for less experienced riders. Honda also tucked the wiring around the bars for a smoother look and adjusted the ABS tune to improve brake feel on wet pavement where confidence matters most. The DCT automatic transmission option remains available for riders who prefer clutchless operation. Starting at $10,299, this represents strong value for a big twin bobber with this much control. Number 6. Honda Rebel 500. Taking our top spot is the bike that nails the perfect bobber formula. The Honda Rebel 500 enters 2026 with a clean bobber shape, low seat, and calm riding posture that suits riders who want a simple, light, and easy bike for daily use without complications. The frame stays slim, the tank keeps its tight curve, and the bars sit at a natural reach that works well in slow traffic, where many bikes feel awkward. Honda cleaned up the wiring around the front end, giving the bike a smoother look, and the new LED setup gives a brighter spread during night rides on dark streets. The 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine produces 46 horsepower and 43 Newton meters of torque, and Honda softened the low RPM response for 2026, so the bike pulls away from lights without any jerk that intimidates new riders. Even though the power is modest compared to bigger bikes, the delivery stays even and easy to handle, which is ideal for new riders or anyone who wants stress-free control without drama. Fresh updates include a clearer digital dash that's readable in sunlight, a slightly firmer rear shock that improves handling, and new seat foam that cuts pressure on longer rides. The clutch pull is lighter, making stop-and-go traffic less tiring throughout the day. Starting at $6,799, this is one of the most reachable bobbers available, giving easy control, smooth pull, and clean bobber looks, while keeping the price friendly for riders who want a simple bike that fits daily life perfectly. Number 5. Royal Enfield Shotgun 650. Indian manufacturing brings affordability to the twin-cylinder bobber segment. The Royal Enfield Shotgun 650 steps into 2026 with a low frame, short fenders, and compact stance that captures the bobber look without pushing the price high or compromising quality. The seat sits low, bars stay close, and mid-set foot controls give a steady posture that works well for city riding, where most of us spend our time. The tank has a clean curve, and the overall shape feels simple and tight, which is exactly what many riders in this segment want without unnecessary complications. The 647 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine produces 47 horsepower and 52 Newton meters of torque, with a calmer tune at low RPM for 2026 that helps in slow traffic where many bikes feel uncomfortable. The motor gives early torque, so the bike moves off the line without stress or drama that intimidates newer riders. Heat stays balanced on both sides, and the steady pull makes it easy to use on longer routes without fatigue. New updates include a clearer LED headlight that improves visibility, crisper digits on the dash, and a stronger rear shock that holds the bike better on uneven pavement. The seat foam was changed to cut pressure during longer rides, and clutch feel is lighter this year. Starting at $7,999, this is one of the most reachable twin-engine bobbers available. Number 4. BMW R18. BMW's heavyweight contender brings massive presence to the bobber world. The R18 walks into 2026 with a long, low frame and stripped bobber style that appeals to riders who want strong presence and steady comfort without compromise. The bike keeps its stretched tank, wide bars, and low seat that lets you settle in without feeling cramped during all-day rides. The metal finishes feel solid, wiring is tucked in cleaner this year, and the LED setup has a brighter spread that helps during night rides on unlit roads. The 1,802 cubic centimeter flat twin engine that defines the R18 produces 91 horsepower and 116 foot-pounds of torque, and the 2026 tune gives smoother pull at the bottom of the rev range where most riding actually happens. This helps when easing through slow traffic or rolling off a stop where jerky power would be annoying. The torque comes early and stays steady, so the bike moves with a calm rhythm rather than a sudden kick that unsettles the chassis. New updates include firmer rear shock settings that improve handling, clearer digits on the round dash, and seat foam that cuts down fatigue when riding for long stretches across states. BMW also improved the clutch feel, so shifting takes less effort throughout the day. Starting at $17,495, this fits its size, build quality, and strong motor perfectly. Number 3. Indian Chief Bobber. Indian's flagship bobber delivers classic American muscle with modern refinement. The Chief Bobber heads into 2026 with a low stance, chunky front tire, and stripped bodywork that fits riders who want a strong bobber with classic lines and undeniable presence. The seat sits low and wide, bars have a relaxed pullback, and the tank keeps its smooth curve that's become signature chief styling, recognizable from blocks away. The steel frame gives the bike a planted feel at slow speeds, and mid-controls keep your legs at a natural angle for long city rides or weekend trips without cramping. The 1,890 cubic centimeter V-twin engine produces 94 horsepower and 126 foot-pounds of torque, and the 2026 tune delivers smoother response when easing off the line at traffic lights. The torque comes early, giving steady drive without needing high revs, which helps a lot in slow traffic where finesse matters. Indian added a clearer LED light setup that cuts through fog better, sharper digits on the display, and a firmer rear shock that helps the bike stay stable on rough pavement. The seat foam was updated to cut down pressure over long rides that would normally leave you sore. The clutch feel is lighter, making low-speed shifts easier during parking lot maneuvers. Starting at $16,499, this fits a big twin bobber with serious build strength and classic American character. Number 2. Moto Guzzi V9 Bobber. Italian character brings unique flavor to the bobber segment. The Moto Guzzi V9 Bobber rolls into 2026 with a clean, low shape and strip style that fits riders who want something simple but full of character and personality that stands out. The tank has a tight curve, seat sits low, and wide bars give easy control in slow traffic, where many bikes feel cumbersome and difficult. The frame keeps the bike steady at low speeds, and mid-controls place your legs in a calm, natural spot for daily rides or short weekend runs without fatigue. The 850 cubic centimeter transverse twin engine produces 55 horsepower and 62 newton meters of torque with smoother tuning at low RPM for 2026. So the bike pulls with less effort when rolling away from a stop at intersections. Torque comes early, giving a steady push without needing high revs that would be tiring. Heat stays balanced on both sides, and the motor settles into a smooth rhythm on open roads, which makes longer rides easier and more enjoyable. Fresh updates include a clearer LED setup that improves night visibility, sharper digits on the dash, and a firmer rear shock that helps the bike stay planted on rough pavement. The seat foam was changed to reduce pressure after a long seat time. The rear fender sits closer to the wheel for a cleaner shape. Starting at $10,490, this is one of the more reachable European bobbers available. Number 1. Harley-Davidson Fat Bob. Harley's performance bobber brings a serious attitude and power. The Fat Bob steps into 2026 with a tough stance, fat tires, and low frame that fits riders who want a bold bobber look with real power behind it that backs up the aggressive styling. The LED headlight stays the standout feature up front, and wide bars keep the steering steady in both city traffic and open roads where stability matters. The seat is set low with a firm base, giving you a planted feel the moment you settle in for any ride. Short fenders and blacked-out parts keep the shape tight and simple without unnecessary decoration. The Milwaukee 8 114 cubic inch engine produces 93 horsepower and 119 foot-pounds of torque, and the 2026 tune gives smoother pull at the bottom of the rev range where most street riding happens. This helps when easing out of slow corners or rolling through traffic without drama. The torque hits early and stays steady, which means the bike moves with a calm surge instead of a sudden jolt that would upset chassis balance. Fresh changes include clearer LED lighting that improves visibility, a sharper display, and firmer rear suspension settings that help the bike stay stable on rough pavement. Harley also updated the seat foam to reduce pressure points during long rides and improve brake tuning for better feel. Starting at $19,499, this matches its strong engine and premium fit perfectly. And there you have it, the 12 bobbers that are defining 2026. This year's lineup proves that great bobbers come at every price point and experience level. Whether you're drawn to American muscle, European character, or Japanese reliability, there's a machine here calling your name. Drop a comment below and let's talk bikes. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the motorcycles that actually matter. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and ride safe.